Welcome back to the Sideline Conversations. My name is attorney Marlon Hill. I'm here live in Miami with my good friends JC Partida in Mexico City, Aarij Wasti in Canada. We are welcoming another special guest who's returning to the World Cup stage after 50 years, formerly known as Zaire, now the Democratic Republic of Congo, that took the heart out of my Jamaican heart in Mexico by qualifying in the Interconfederation playoff, but it's such a joy to welcome back the DRC to the World Cup stage. Our good friend Marcel Mayala, one of the
Yes.
team administrators from Congo. Welcome to the Sideline Conversations, Marcel. How, how does it feel to be back on the world stage? What is the emotion in Congo?
Thank you for this opportunity you have given me to be part of you guys and part of the show. It's a great feeling. Let me tell you, firstly, it wasn't easy. If you check how we started and how we finished, it was like something that was not gonna end. But at the end of the day, we have made it. It was very, very difficult, but we made it on our heart, on our head that it might rain, it might be sunny. Whatever happens, we have to make it. So that is what happened.
So happy
And
for you.
the excitement, it was, I can't even describe. I can't describe the excitement. Let me tell you, even the president of the country, after the game, came out of his palace and took his car and was like driving around the town. So to tell you that it was very, 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 very exciting.
Very, very happy for you, Marcel. JC?
Yes, thank you, Marcel, for being with us, and congratulations for the qualifying. And you did it in Mexico. Sorry for Jamaica for my good friend Marlon, but you guys won it in the pitch. So congratulations, Congo. Congo's last World Cup was more than 50 years ago. In 1974, under Cyrus' name, a tournament that is remembered probably unfairly for a single moment rather than an achievement itself. My question to you is whether this time around this qualification feels different, and is it a new opportunity for the country to rewrite that narrative? And how is the federation, or what is the federation doing at this moment for a new generation in Congo, Congo fans to do it completely different?
Thank you for the question. Let me tell you that it has been 52 years exactly since Congo played in the World Cup in under the name of Zaire, and we this time around we made it one of the biggest objective of the national team. Even myself, as I'm talking to you now, I've never seen the national team playing in the World Cup. When they played, I wasn't yet born. So this young generation are like excited. Like I said, it's a dream which has come true, because it's just a story that has been told to all of us that our country, that we played the World Cup in 1974, and those players today, most of them are no longer alive. Only few of them are still alive, and they are old. You see, and then we only see them when there are some events at the FA or with the Department of Sport. But with this generation, it's like we have made a point. We have made a mark to say, okay, this is it. This is the time that we're supposed to do it. and also with the involvement of himself, the president of the country. He made sure that everything was in place. He made sure that the team as a whole lacked nothing. That is the reason why we went all the way to qualify. And then for the younger generation, all of them, I'm telling you, I'm assuring you, every young person now wants to come to America, to Mexico, and to Canada to be part of the event. But unfortunately, not everybody can be able to make it. But every day in the whole country, every day is a party. Nowadays, you can see the national jerseys are everywhere. You can't cross a street without seeing a national team jersey. So yeah, I believe it's something that needed to be done. Also with the way the people of Congo have been going with lots of difficulties in different areas of life. So it comes as something to chill with. So that's it. And coming with the FA, unfortunately, we have what do you call it? A normalization committee that was sent by FIFA and CAF. So, but by the 20th of May of this month, there will be election whereby there will be voting for the members of the committee of the FA. But for now, there's no committee of the FA. Those who were sent by FIFA and CAF to come and normalize, to do like something like what do you call it, a transition. Their mandate already ended on the 20th of last month. No, on the 15th of last month. So now it's only the general secretary and the election committee that are in place to do everything so that we can have a committee that will be elected on the 20th of May. So in few days we'll be having a committee. But all in all, the team as a whole, we worked as a unit so that we can achieve this goal. And then we thank God for everything that we have done. Although it was not easy, it was difficult. Remember, we have started the qualifying on 2023. It's 3 years ago. And then to come across until 2026, after the qualification, we had to go through the playoff of Africa, playing against Cameroon, playing against Nigeria, which are big countries in Africa. Winning against them, it wasn't easy. And then going again, winning against Jamaica, that was, no, we can't explain.
So Marcel, you talked about unity, and obviously, the power of football is such that it can be a huge unifier across political divides, across cultural divides. In terms of beyond the federation and beyond the national team, is Zaire, either through the government, the Ministry of Tourism, the Ministry of Commerce, are there plans to promote Zaire and its, the Democratic Republic of Congo and its economy and its culture when you're visiting the US during 2026?
For sure. Like I said, we as a country, we went through a lot of difficulties. Don't want to, I can remind you that on the east of our country, there are things that are happening. there's war, people are dying, but every time the national team wins a game, it's a joy for all the people. They have been in pain every day, but again, when we play and we win a game, it's a joy for them. It's a joy for everybody. It's really a symbol of unity of the country. You understand? From the head of the state, the Ministry of Sport, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the whole government as a whole, we made it a point. The World Cup is a big stage whereby we can make our country known to the entire world, because it's not a secret. There are people who, when you speak about the Democratic Republic of Congo, they ask you, where is it situated? They tell you, in which continent are you? You get my point. So this stage is something that will make us known again to the entire world, because the World Cup is seen everywhere in the world. So yeah, that is.
You know, Marcel, there's so many Congolese all over the world, right? Different countries in Europe, Belgium, and England, and other parts of the world. You know, for Jamaicans, we have a population of 2.8 million, but we have over 5 million people all across the world. And your players also reflect this binational heritage as well. How has that been a positive infusion into the heritage of, or the background of the team, to have players from other countries with heritage from these other countries that are now a part of the DRC team?
Remember, you can be born in another country, but you still belong to your country, your own country.
Right.
You get the point. Like all those players who are playing now for the national team, they belong to Congo. They are Congolese players, although most of them are born outside the country, although most of them never played really in Congo, but they are Congolese. They can come back and represent their country, or the country of their origin. You get the point? Their parents are from Congo, and they are also Congolese, although they are having like carrying two nationalities and stuff, but they choose to come and play for Congo. You get the point? And
Is their blood?
That work has been done by the head coach. That's the reason why also I'm saying he has done a great job, because it's not only about players playing locally. It's not only about players who are born in Congo, but it's about the Congolese. It's about Congo.
Right.
Whoever can represent Congo better is able to be called and come and represent the country. That is what the head coach has been doing since he took over, and that is what is working. And again, for him to come up with this this way of doing things, before Congolese league was not organized that well. You can start and not finish. You can have teams playing and teams being chased away because of this and this and that. All in all, the organization was not 100%. And all in all, the league was not fully professional. Then the coach had to take a decision, because it's judged by the results also. So it is working for us, and we can't complain about that.
Absolutely. JC.
Yeah, Marcel, speaking of Congo nationals leaving outside, we see that there's a lot of them leaving in Europe, and there's an increasing number of Congo nationals now living in North America. is the government or the football association programming any community events, fan zones, or cultural events outside Congo, like in cities like in Montreal or Brussels or any other places where Congo nationals live?
We always do that. Even when we went for the African Cup of Nations in Morocco, we did the same thing. There was events about Congo culture. That is held by the Ministry of Culture together with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Sport. So there are always events, there are always things that are being, what do you call it, published in this kind of events to show the culture of the Congo, to show how people of Congo are living, to show how people of Congo are doing things in certain way. So I think, but for now, I don't know yet where exactly it will be held, but for sure it will take place, I think.
So, Marcel, we've talked about the past. We're obviously laser focused on what's to come this summer.
Yeah.
But there's beyond 2026, right? We want to forget about 74. We want to see Congo do well in 2026. But as you kind of go now from the 26 World Cup into the future, hopefully future qualification in 2030 and onwards, what opportunity does this present your country's football infrastructure in terms of resetting the baseline to grow the baseline standard? And what help are you getting, if any, from FIFA and CAF in growing the football infrastructure in DR Congo?
Okay, going forward, there is a project. I'll have to say it. There's a project that the country is holding to, with the will to host one of the African Cup of Nations to come, and then FIFA has been also helping the FA where they could, and that help produce some fruits to say we have a football center which is built outside of the city of Kinshasa. But I believe the plans are to make it bigger, and build more fields. But as I said, we are not having an elected committee at the moment. It has been like that for plus minus 5 years. For 5 years, we have been going for normalization committees coming from FIFA, and that those committees couldn't receive the funding from FIFA to say these are for the project X, for the project Y. So when after the election, I believe there are still some funds that the FA has to receive from FIFA and CAF, and I believe those funds are there, waiting for the committee to come and present the project of football development, of maybe infrastructure for the FA, so that we can develop football from the base. We also have, we can't forget about women football. It's also one of the project that people are talking about, because we have also some women teams that are playing football. We have academies that needs help. I think going forward, if the committee is elected, if the committee come in place, coming with a good project, I think it will be project to develop football from the younger ones till the professional league, because we can't always talk about players coming from abroad. Yet they are Congolese, yet they are helping the country, but locally, football needs to be organized. Locally, football needs to be professional. Locally, younger ones need to be developed so that we can have what do you call it? We can have we can supply the players from the younger ones. You can talk about under 15, under 17, under 18, under 20, under 23. If we can have those solid teams, I believe we can also will have a solid first team in the national level. So yeah.
So Marcel, listen, for those people that follow African football, Congolese have a lot of energy. You understand? The music is pumping, the energy is pumping,
Yes.
Marcel. For those people in
Yes.
Houston and Atlanta, how should they welcome you with open arms? What can they expect from the Congolese energy in those two cities? Give us some insight.
Are you talking about the games, or you talking about
The games, the team, the energy, everything about those games? What can they expect?
You know, the World Cup, the World Cup on its own is a party. It's already a party. So we are preparing ourselves, not to say we are going to win the World Cup, but we want to go there, not to show. Okay, I believe Wasti said we can't talk about what happened in the past. We must talk about what going forward. But we don't want to have the same situation that happened in 1974. Let me put it clear. So all the preparations are going well. The plans are there. The what do you call the preparation has been set, how it's gonna, when it's gonna start, where it's gonna take place, and where it's gonna finish. You understand? But for those who are there in the United States of America, they just have to welcome us as people who are coming to make them happy. We are coming there to be ourselves. We are coming there to make ourselves proud. We don't want to come there and just make the numbers. We are coming there to play. Because don't forget, whatever the team might be, it will be 11 versus 11. So that's it.
There it is.
Well, I have, but Marcel, before we go, I have a question, because I'm most interested, and I think a lot of our viewers are most interested in knowing about the 12th player, and that is Kuka. Will Kuka be at the World Cup, and will he get a visa?
Okay, for now, I can't talk about which player is coming, which player is not coming. You understand? Because
I'm talking about Kuka, the guy who supports your team in the stadiums, and he stands stationary.
Lumumba.
Yes.
Lumumba. I believe is gonna be there, because everything is in place from the Ministry of Sport, so that he can be there. Not only him, but the group of people who are coming to push the team to go forward. So I believe they will be there.
I think that's going to be an iconic football moment on TV.
He will be there. He will be standing 90 minutes without moving.
Amazing.
Amazing. Marcel Mayala, team administrator with the Democratic Republic of Congo, formerly known as Zaire. Bon chance, Marcel. We look forward to seeing you in Atlanta and in Houston. All the best to all the followers of your team. Be safe in your travels to come to North America. We look forward to the best of your Group K with Portugal, Colombia, and Uzbekistan. All the best to you and your team.